And welcome. My name is Kate Marand. I'm a program manager at the DC Department of Small and Local Business Development. Today we are here, and hopefully you can hear me. I'm in the library where they require masks on. We are here today to do an information session about one of 3 services available to certified business enterprises in the district under CBE Green. And so this is a pilot program that is happening in August and September of 2022. And this is a program that is specifically available to certified business enterprises who meet the sub-designations of small, resident-owned, or disadvantaged. Those CBEs, if they are pursuing contracts or subcontracts with the DC Sustainable Energy Utility and become clients of the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, are able to express interest in one of 102 spots to participate in receiving back office services to support them in better achieving those contracts with the DC Sustainable Energy Utility. That's a whole lot of different things. So I'm gonna shorten that up a little bit too. If you are here and you're a CBE, you would have received an email from us today with a lot of information. I have dropped into the chat and will be available if you reach out to us at our email address, inno.ed@dc.gov. Again, that is inno.ed@dc.gov. Information about how to express interest, information that has this all written down, also an information session that we did on all 3 services yesterday. Today, this session is going to be all about one of those services, which is accounting. We know how important accounting, but also strategic accounting and knowing how to manage your books in different ways is to contracting overall. Just as a brief reference, the other 2 services that are also available include some one-on-one legal assistance in understanding the contracts and contract compliance and other legal compliance required to do well on contracts. And then we also have support with proposal development and proposal management. And all of this is in order to help support additional certified business enterprises into the growing and already quite large sustainable energy and sustainable buildings market. The District of Columbia is a leader in sustainable energy, and in 2018 passed the Climate Omnibus Act, and that required the Department of Energy and the Environment to work on benchmarking the performance of every building in the District of Columbia, because buildings are big producers of greenhouse gases and carbon. And so DC is moving forward to greater carbon neutrality and to upgrading our buildings so that they're more energy efficient. And as that work is happening, and it's not just happening here, it's happening across the country, we know that our small and local businesses can participate in this work, and we want to make sure that we give them every advantage for being able to get into those contracts. 2 last things before I turn things over to Manny. So if you are interested in these types of contracts, they are open all of the time at the DC Sustainable Energy Utility. We have several other places we can tell you about that, but there's several different scopes of work that are constantly open. And if your CBE needs to skill up into some of the certifications needed to do the work, they also offer free trainings every year for district residents and for CBE staff. And so within that, there's free trainings and certifications, this free background support. And I'm going to turn things over in case you're interested in learning more about the accounting service available during the CBE Green pilot this summer. Manny, this is Manny Cosme from CFO Services Group, and I'm going to let you take it away.
All right, thanks, Kate. Excited to be here, excited to be helping you all out. As Kate mentioned, accounting is important. How about that? Managing your money is important. How about that? So I'm super excited to be able to provide this service to all of you as part of this program. Again, my name is Manny Cosme. I am the president of CFO Services Group. We are a management accounting firm located here in DC. And we exist to help small businesses and small nonprofits really understand their finances, help to manage their money, and then help to make good decisions about how to grow their businesses and nonprofits using with strong financial roots, using that financial information. So primarily we provide 2 major services. So one is bookkeeping and the back office accounting support, and then the other is the CFO service. So that's what we are going to be providing to all of you as part of this program. So we're going to be providing a few weeks of services to you all through the end of September. So we're going to be doing a couple of things here. So you kind of get 3 things from us. So the first thing you're going to get is a couple of group classes. So twice a week, beginning mid-August. So, and I think about a week or 2 weeks, I think, beginning in 2 weeks, we're going to be running 2 classes a week on Monday evenings and Wednesday evenings. Where we're going to be, I'm going to be teaching you all how to manage your finances. So every Monday evening, I'm going to be running a class specific to your bookkeeping needs. So bookkeeping means we're going to be diving into QuickBooks, showing you how to use QuickBooks. And then because you all are CBEs and interested in contracting, we're going to go more heavy on topics that can help you manage all of those projects that you're getting, hopefully, and manage all the money that you'll be receiving and spending on those projects. So we'll be doing some project tracking work, kind of things like that in QuickBooks. We'll talk about how to manage your 1099s and contractors if you subcontract the work that you do. And so we'll be diving into a few topics like that. So, I guess a list of topics may be going out, I think, as part of this, maybe. So we'll list those topics out, but in real quick, it'll be a QuickBooks crash course. So we'll focus on that. We'll focus on teaching you how to reconcile your books, because that's really important if you're doing QuickBooks, is to be able to reconcile. And then, like I said, we'll spend a module on doing project tracking in QuickBooks. We'll spend a module talking about 1099s and contractors. We'll spend a module telling you, explaining how to read reports out of QuickBooks. And then that will generally, one of the sessions may end up spilling over into 2 sessions. So that'll kind of be our plan of attack there. If there's time left and we have any other questions that come up, we can certainly do another module. That's fine. So that'll be Monday evenings starting in about 2 weeks. So that's the bookkeeping side. And then we're also going to be getting into the strategy side. So this is going to be where we're taking all this wonderful information and helping you think about how to grow your business using this. So of course, in doing contracting specifically, there's certain things you want to pay attention to. So the first topic we're going to cover there is creating financial forecasts, which are extremely important if you're doing contracting work, because you're going to need to really closely manage your cash flow. So we're going to spend 1 or 2 sessions actually just focusing on building out a financial forecast for you. So understanding how you can plan your cash flow. So the last thing you want is to get a great contract and then not have the cash to fulfill it. That is a recipe for disaster. Or you start the contract and then you run out of money halfway through it. You definitely don't want to be in that case, in that situation. So we're going to spend some time helping you with cash flow. We'll spend a session talking about pricing. And so we'll talk a little bit about how to set your prices and kind of some strategy around that to make sure that as you're doing your projects, you're pricing them properly and whatnot. And we'll spend a session talking about you, the business owner, how to match your compensation to what the business is producing so that you, at the end of the day, are happy with the growth of your business and with the compensation that you get out of your business. So maybe that one's not so grant specific related, but certainly an important topic for you business owners out there. So that will cover pretty much the gamut of our sessions. And on the strategy side, if we have time, we can dive into a few other topics as well. Actually, if we have time, I'll get into sales contracts as well, which are really important, because if you're getting contracts with the city to do sort of stuff in the green space, then chances are you're probably also selling the private industry, similar services. And we want to make sure that your sales contracts that you sign are optimized for cash flow, so that, again, you don't get in a situation where you have a really big sales contract that you sign, you start a project and you don't have the cash to fulfill it. Definitely don't want to be in that situation. So if we have time, we'll dive into that topic as well. So that is kind of part 1 of what you're going to get from us. You're going to get these weekly sessions for the next few weeks there, running twice a week. So Mondays will be bookkeeping focused and Wednesdays will be strategy focused. The second thing you're going to get from us is you're going to get one-on-one support. So if you need help one-on-one, just some private support from myself or from anyone on my team, then you're going to get access to book some time with us. So come to the classes, learn what you can in the classes. But then if you have questions afterwards, maybe specific to your situation, or maybe something private that you don't want to share in front of a group, then absolutely book some time with us, and we'll have a one-on-one and we'll dive into your specific situation. So again, whether that's bookkeeping focused, hey, help me, understand how to do my invoices, understand how to submit my invoices, maybe into a procurement portal, kind of things like that. Feel free to reach out, schedule some time with us. Happy to help you. And also on the strategy side, if you want help, I'm getting a question, are the classes virtual? Yeah, they're all going to be via Zoom or via WebEx, I guess. So yeah, this platform here. Yeah. Good question. But if you need help one-on-one on the strategy side, you get your very own CFO for a handful of weeks. So definitely take full advantage of us. We're here to help you really understand your business and help you really move the ball forward in whatever your goals are with your business. So you get that with us as well. And then the third thing you're going to get with us is access to our e-learning platform. So those are going to be, I'm getting how many weeks start and end date. So the group sessions are going to go mid-August. So starting in 2 weeks, around the 15th or so, through September 30th is our last day here. So whatever the Monday and Wednesday is of that week, those will be the last session. So there's six weeks. So 6 of each class. So there's 12 classes in total. Yeah. And then that's also when you have access to us. So use us in that period of time. Like I said, on what days, Mondays and Wednesdays. And then of course the one-on-one sessions, you can book those anytime. And yeah, you're welcome. And then like I said, the last thing you get access to is our e-learning platform. So there's a bunch of courses that we've loaded into that platform. So you can use that on your own time also to kind of further your understanding, or if you had a question about something and maybe you don't want to book an appointment or something, review the videos, take a look at them and use that to also learn from. So there's a lot of really great content in there that can help you move the ball forward. So hopefully with those 3 resources, you can really move your business forward, help you get better at not only submitting grant proposals, but winning the contracts, and then being able to report on those, which are even more important. So that's kind of the plan of attack here that we will be doing for the next few weeks. Let's see, we'll have access to the platform. So after the program is over, the access to the platform does expire. So please take full advantage of that while you have access to that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Any other questions on that? I have a little presentation, but we only have 15 minutes, so I don't want to dive into all of that. But I will say, just kind of as a plug, it's very important as a small business to have both a management accountant and a tax accountant. So some people don't realize that when it comes to accounting, there's actually 2 major types of accountants that exist for small businesses. There's a management accountant and there's a tax accountant. So your tax accountant is the person who's going to help you file your tax returns, maybe do some tax strategy, some tax planning, and help you really ensure that you're paying the right amount of tax. But then you also have a management accountant. Your management accountant is the one who's going to help you manage the finances of your business. So help you manage, record transactions, understand the finances that are running through your business, help you do things like invoicing and submitting payments, bill payments and things like that, and then help you strategize and grow. So we here at CFO Services Group, we are a management accounting firm. So that's what we focus on. We focus on the latter there. Okay. And it's important that you have the both, because collectively we complete the picture for your business. Management accountants don't get into tax work. Tax accountants don't really get into management work. We do separate work. So it's important that you do establish a relationship with both types of accountants. Usually small businesses tend to have the tax accountant, not the management accountant. But as your business is growing, you definitely want to start working with a management accountant. So we're lucky here. that the Department of Small Business has allowed us to provide this service to you all as part of this program. So like I said, definitely take full advantage of this time that you have with us here. I thought I saw a question. Will the classes be recorded? Okay, that's a question for you.
I think we will have to determine that. I don't think that's been determined at this point.
Okay, all right, we can chat about that. So definitely show up, if anything, show up live. Put in your calendars now. So Mondays from 5 to 6 and Wednesdays from 5 to 6. All right, so block your calendar now, make sure that you're there for that. And again, you have access to the platform. So if you do miss one of the classes, you can go into the platform and the same topics I'm going to cover are located in there as well, just obviously in a pre-recorded format. Okay. You don't get the live experience of me and get to ask me questions live. All right. But of course, if you do the platform, then book an appointment with us so that we can chat about anything that you're doing, that you learn in there and want to apply to your business. Okay.
Manny, thank you so much for all of this. I want to encourage anyone who hasn't asked a question yet, please definitely drop that in the chat. I'm going to recap a couple things for folks who might have come a little bit later. I know that we had this session up on our general Eventbrite. So if you have attended this session and you are not a certified business enterprise, definitely please reach out to me and we can talk about what it means to become a certified business enterprise here in the District of Columbia. But if you are a certified business enterprise, earlier today, you received an email with details with the expression of interest form and the information session that we did yesterday. If your business did not receive that email, that may mean that your email needs to be updated with DSLBD. And so please also feel free to reach out to us at inno.ed@dc.gov. That is for my division, the Innovation and Equitable Development Division. Even if we can't update your email address, we'll be able to get you in touch with who you need to be updated with. And otherwise, we've put the information session, the general information session and the expression of interest in the chat several times. It is in that email that you received today, but you can also email us at inno.ed@dc.gov. If you are interested in these services, we ask you to express interest very soon because as Manny mentioned, this will be starting in mid-August. And so we're going to look to fill up the spots with those who are eligible. And then hopefully we'll have them all full. But we don't want you to miss the start of the program if you are interested.
Yeah. I'm curious if anyone has any specific questions on anything accounting related, anything bookkeeping related, anything you're looking to get out of this. Because the more you tell me, the more I can also tailor the content to make sure that I'm showing you the things that you all really want to know. I mean, I can definitely do my canned, things, and there are things I think you all probably will want to know. But if you do have anything specific, I'd love to hear it. So feel free to put it in the chat. Okay. All right. Well, we'll go with the normal stuff. Let's see. Clarify the requirement against please, CBE, and what else? Oh, go ahead. That's Kate.
Absolutely. And I will do that a little slower. I apologize. Sometimes I do start talking very quickly. So for the
like me.
For the CBE Green pilot, which is happening this year, we have space for 102 certified business enterprises that are certified with the Department of Small and Local Business Development. They have to meet one of 3 sub-designations on your CBE certification. Those sub-designations are small, resident-owned, or disadvantaged. It's not all 3, it's one of the 3, which means it's the majority of certified business enterprises. In addition to meeting that qualification, businesses should be pursuing or interested in pursuing subcontract opportunities with the DC Sustainable Energy Utility. They are a contractor with the Department of Energy and the Environment, and they have constant open RFPs for several different scopes of work. And if you are interested in learning more about those scopes of work, we will send links so that you can look at them. You can work with a DC PTAC counselor, which I'll talk about just in a moment because that's the last requirement. But this money is specifically, the money that is supporting these services is specifically from the Department of Energy and the Environment to better prepare CBEs to be able to participate in the large numbers of scopes of work that are available through the DC Sustainable Energy Utility. And so the last requirement, and it's one that you can meet today if you don't meet it yet, is that you will need to become a client of the DC Procurement Technical Assistance Center. The DC PTAC is a division that is housed within DSLBD. It is they do one-on-one direct support for any DC-based business that is seeking to do procurement at the state, federal, or local level. And so it's free, but they have been doing a lot of support and have a stronger understanding of the specific scopes of work available. And so we want to make sure anyone who is taking advantage of these resources is taking advantage of as many resources as possible so that they can apply for, achieve, and then be successful on the DCSEU contracts. So I have to tell you, I do not know if the janitorial service piece fits in with the DCSEU contracts. It is why we are asking people to make sure that they are connected with the DC Procurement Technical Assistance Center and a counselor there. If you are not connected yet, you can become connected because I think there are different ways for people to be able to interface. And sometimes when you're looking at a contract, there is work that you can do, even if that work doesn't have the same title and name of what you're looking for. So I don't know if they have a janitorial service, but because there is a lot of construction and building maintenance related things, there may be something that you could position yourself towards. But since I know I'm not the best expert to speak to that, it's why we want to make sure that people are connected with the Procurement Technical Assistance Center for looking at those angles to make sure that you get the best answer possible. So I hope that I did that a little slower, but I'm happy to clarify. And I know we've got Manny for a few more minutes, and so happy to answer any questions in any directions that folks have them as we're looking at CBE Green, as we're looking at this wonderful service that will be available for, I believe, 42 CBEs for CFO Services Group for accounting. That's super important, or even a couple of the other ones. We'll have one more information session tomorrow from Global Insight, who is the firm who will be providing support for proposal management and proposal development.
I'm excited everyone's here. This is really great. Please take advantage of these resources.
I think we'll give it one more minute in case anybody has any more questions, and then we might wrap up a couple minutes early.
All right. Well, like I said, I mean, I'm excited to be helping you all. So definitely mark your calendars. Make sure you sign up. Make sure you mark your calendars. Be ready with your questions. If you have burning questions already about QuickBooks and you didn't know where to go, now you know where to go. You can come to us, book a private appointment, and we're happy to help you one-on-one. Or if you have burning questions around your finances, how do I manage my cash flow? Do I have enough cash? Where do I go get cash? Are my prices okay? You know, these are very important questions. How much can I pay myself out of my business? These are the questions that we can help you with right here as part of this program. So whatever your burning questions are, absolutely make sure you bring them, schedule appointments with us, and let's chat about it.
Thank you for that. And there's a couple messages in the chat, so I will respond to those. Someone asked if Legal Services is doing an information session. They're not doing an information session. There will be at a later date before the end of the fiscal year in the next several weeks. They are going to do a recorded webinar for all CBEs talking about some of the main issues. And then if you are directly looking at a contract right now or very close in, that's when you would probably be referred to the legal services. But they will be providing a service to all CBEs, and that will always be available, really walking through some of the top level pieces. They'll be looking at one-on-one with people who have active contract opportunities in front of them. This session is recorded, and so I'll be sending out a copy of this session to all registrants from this event. Are there any final questions? So I'm going to put my email address in the chat one last time. If you want to reach out with additional questions after this, we can help you get those answered. I want to say a big thanks to Manny for being here. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us live for this session, for your interest in these services, for your work as certified business enterprises. from DSLBD. We know the strength and the capability of the CBE community is powerful and a lot, and we want to keep helping to build that up. And if you are looking to sign up for the information session tomorrow on proposal management, that is on the DSLBD Eventbrite. So I'll put that into the chat if that question came up. DSLBD.com. And that link was also shared in that email that we sent out today about CBE Green. You should see also a sign up link in there that would get you to the Eventbrite. Okay. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap.
All right. Well, I'm excited, you all. I hope to see you all in the sessions and the one-on-ones, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Thanks, Manny.
All right. Thanks, Kate.